Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a weekly dose of travel content. Postcards and Beyond began as a reservoir of memories of great destinations, holidays in the past, and looking eagerly onto the future. We are back with a brand new series of Postcards and Beyond, and this time it's time to travel. It's my pleasure to welcome our first guest, Mr. Bhaven Ondhia. Hi, Bhaven, welcome to Postcards and Beyond. Please tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Hi, Bhavni. Thanks for having us. So as you say, I'm Bhaven. I'm married. I'm married to Jo, also known as Mrs. O. I live in Rickmansworth with my wife, as I say, and our little puppy, Louis. Professionally, I'm an MD at First Financial Foundations, and I specialize in mortgages and protection. The firm is actually an IFA firm, and this year we celebrated 20 years in business. We have 7 other advisors, and the office is based in Milton Keynes.
Excellent. So, Bhaven, that's really nice. And yeah, we've seen little snippets of Louis, a lovely, lovely little dog. I'm going to get straight to it. What are your top 3 holiday destinations so far, and what is your main memory from them?
Good question, a difficult one. I've been fortunate to travel quite a lot, visited numerous places, etc. But you're putting me on the spot with three. Number one, I'd probably have to go with my trip to Canada. That had the Alaskan cruise bolted onto the end. So we flew to Calgary, drove to Lake Louise, then we got the Rocky Mountaineer train to Vancouver, where we did the 7-day Alaskan cruise. The highlight on that trip, so many highlights, but the whale watching was fantastic. If you've ever, I'm sure you've got your clients who've traveled to Canada, done the Rocky Mountaineer train. That was just unbelievable. Saw bears, the snow, the wilderness, everything fantastic. And to top it off, like I say, the Alaskan cruise. So that's probably number one. Number 2, I would say Las Vegas. I've been to Las Vegas 9 times. I've stayed at 8 different hotels. And what we love about Vegas is the shows. We see different shows each time. And of course, Mrs. O likes the shopping, etc. It's not just about the casinos for us at Vegas. Number 3, I'll probably say Mauritius. It's a little bit more relaxed, great food, great weather. The color of the water is just awesome. And the reason I'm sneaking that one in is I'm a golfer, and I stayed at the hotel, the Shangri-La there, where they've got the golf course on an island. One of the best highlight was the golf course on that island. You actually take a boat to get to that island, and that island is just to play golf. So I think it would be those 3.
Wow, that's a really lovely list. I haven't been to Alaska or Las Vegas, but have been to Mauritius, and Mauritius is beautiful. Definitely. But yeah, on the list to do Alaska, definitely.
Yeah.
So that's a really good list. So what are the main things you are looking for when planning a holiday?
Yeah, so for us, primarily for me, it's I find it difficult to sit still. So I need to be active. So although it's a holiday, and a lot of people treat holidays as a switch off, sit by the beach or get a resort and chill by the pool, etc. For me, or for us, it's more about things like cruising, where you can get off and see new places, new destinations, experience new cuisines, etc. So where there's activity, so somewhere again like Vegas, a number of times we've been there, it's because of all the shows that are available there. You've got the Cirque du Soleil shows, you've got famous headliners there, which we've seen a number of, and that's why we keep going back. So what do we look for in a holiday or vacation? It's where there's things to do that will keep us busy, rather than, be by the beach and relax and switch off.
Yes, you look for more active holidays rather than just relaxing all the time.
Correct. Yeah.
Brilliant. And according to you, which areas of travel planning prove to be either most time consuming or inconvenient, even in the age of internet?
Yeah, it's actually probably, the searching and the deciding. And what I mean by that is, we might decide to go on holiday, and then it's like, should we do a cruise so we can get off a number of times and see these new places, or should we go back to Vegas and see the new shows? So the time consumed is consumed more on which place to not go this time and which place to go because we want to do a certain thing. So it happens so often. We end up either cruising or Vegas, hence the number of times we've been to Vegas, the number of cruises we've done, various cruises, is because we can't decide which one. And so sometimes if we want to experience new places, we'll get on a cruise. But if we want to go back to Vegas, which I said we've done many times, it will be about those shows and which new shows are there. I think it's deciding which place to do because what you're looking for what you are looking for in that particular holiday.
So it's more like either just where you're comfortable with, or if you've got the time and energy, you would look out to venture.
Exactly. Choosing between the two. Exactly.
Yeah, pushing yourself out would be obviously another one. Okay, so if there was one thing you'd like the travel industry to take into account from a consumer's perspective, what would it be and why?
So I mean, because we book a lot and sometimes we do group bookings, the one that's probably the bane is the single supplement. So sometimes if you've gone as a group of say 3 or 5 or any odd number, the cost of that single supplement, I mean, I understand it's a business at the end of the day. The hotels, the destinations, they want double occupancy in rooms. But I think it's a little bit unjust, or quite a bit unjust on occasions, for the single traveler. Or if you're traveling in a 3 or a 5, do you then get a triple bedroom? Sometimes the inconvenience of 3 people doesn't always work, and that one person always ends up paying a little bit more. I think, hotels, the industry needs to have a look at to make it fairer. I mean, is it fair on the single person, the one who travels on their own? They're always paying that little bit more. I think that's the area. The single supplement is the area that needs a little bit more work on.
Yeah, that I think that point has been under scrutiny for a very long time, because the single person, like you said, always ends up paying more, and it's about, I think, 75 to 80% of the whole amount of what a hotel room would be. That's what they end up paying. So yeah, it's been talked about for a very long time, but hopefully let's see some results coming out soon.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. And last but not the least, what comes to mind when I say Venture Beyond?
Yeah, so well, as you know, I've booked through you previously. Fantastic, very professional, very thorough, very patient with me, came back with options. And I have to say that was during COVID time, during pandemic, during lockdowns, etc. I'm sure you get it a lot, people chopping and changing, this hotel, that hotel, this date, that date. But I found your service, as I say, very professional. And I think the most important thing is the patience. I never felt I was being sold to, etc. It can't be easy, especially someone like us, someone like me, when it comes to booking and changing, etc. So, the extent that you went to in terms of your professionalism, your patience during tough times, absolutely. And that's why I'm, as you know, I'm booking with you again for our next trip. So a great service from start to finish.
Oh, that's really very kind of you. But Brian, you're being very unjust to yourself. You are a pleasure to deal with. You've never been nagging, or you've never been very undecisive. So yeah, very kind of you. So yeah, we come to the end of Postcards and Beyond. Thank you, Bhaven, for being a part of it, and time to travel. So thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, that's Bhaven Ondhia for you, our first guest on Postcards and Beyond. I'll see you all next time with another exciting guest. Till then, take care and stay safe. And Bhaven, a very, very happy Diwali to you.
Yeah, and happy Diwali to you and your team. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.